Okay, is suicide a sin? So here we have a very emotional question that somebody's asking. Is suicide a sin? And it's a question that oftentimes gets asked because there are some religious traditions, some Christian traditions that are out there that would say that sin is kind of our final, really it's like giving God the finger, saying, God, you don't deserve to have charge of my life. I'm going to have charge of my life, and I'm going to decide when it ends. And if you do that, then that's kind of the fast ticket to separation from God for all eternity. I would say that this is not what the Bible teaches. It's not what the Bible teaches. It is not true that somebody's eternal life is determined on whether or not they took their life at the end of their life. I think that there are very complicated, emotional, mental stress situations that can lead towards a suicide that we just need to be able to say we trust God to be just and merciful and kind in those situations, but we don't have all of the answers as to how God is going to handle each of those situations. What we do know is that salvation is based on whether or not you trust in Jesus, not based on how your life ends. But the person asked the question not does suicide automatically wind you up in hell, but is it a sin? And I think that anytime we shorten the life that God has given us by unnatural means, it's an offense to God because we're giving up a gift that God has given us. So I would say certainly it is something that's wrong, it's offensive to God, it's hurtful to God, like any other sin that would be out there. But it's not necessarily something that is a sin that will land you in hell as a result of doing it. So if you have more questions about that, my guess is this is coming from somebody who's got a sensitive heart about a real issue that's in their life. If it's not just a philosophical question, we got some great staff members, some great counselors that are here that would be happy to help you work through that situation. And I can put you in contact with them if you just email me and let me know. I'd love to have somebody set up to help work through those issues with you.